Mark Larsen here for the Dreamcatcher podcast. Today, my guest is Laura Klaus.
Klaus.
So,
Yep.
welcome to the Dreamcatcher
Thank you.
podcast. So, how are you
Yep.
doing today?
I'm good.
You
Yeah.
just had a drive in, and
Yep.
so tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll try to do the brief version. I'm a wife and a mom of 5,
Okay.
and they range from age 11 to 18. I
Oh,
went
wow.
in college.
Okay.
Yeah. And I live in McCook, born and raised there.
Really? Okay.
Yep. I went to
Okay.
school at UNL.
Did you? Okay.
And so other than that, I've been in McCook.
So, what did you go to school for?
My degree is from the College of Architecture
Ah, nice.
and Interior Design.
So, what were you planning on doing with that degree?
Well, becoming an interior designer.
Was okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But I graduated not long after 9/11. Well, a few years after 9/11. And so the market had tanked pretty bad. And so I didn't get a job in interior design.
Okay. Okay.
And so that started me on a trail of random positions.
Okay. Well, it's kind of
So, yeah,
like life. That's
I don't know how
definitely-
deep you want to go into that, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I always say that God doesn't waste the scraps. You know,
I agree.
and
Yeah,
all
I do
all
agree.
the career paths
Yeah.
along the way, you collect.
You do.
collect.
I mean, that's kind of the best education. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know.
You collect people, you collect experiences, you collect
do.
skills,
Yes.
and
Yes.
yeah,
I
so-
always say those things, they build your strength too.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is
Mhm.
very cool. So, yeah, what did you do in all to build all this strength building exercises?
Okay, so yeah, so after I graduated my degree in interior design, I actually ended up working in the floral industry
Okay.
because that's where I got a job. That pivoted quickly into event planning.
Nice.
Then I moved back home. My husband got done with school and moved back to McCook. And so I became an event planner,
Okay.
florist,
Okay.
but also that doesn't pay the bills in McCook. McCook's small,
and I bet, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So I worked for my dad. My dad has a variety of businesses in the healthcare industry and insurance.
Okay.
So I worked for him.
Okay.
And did that for many years. After baby number 3 or 4, I quit the floral design stuff because that was just taxing.
Okay.
And my weekends weren't free.
No, yeah.
When you're doing wedding stuff, weekends are
Oh,
not
yeah,
free.
that would be, you'd definitely be your prime
Yeah.
time, yeah.
So that died off, and then I like to have lots of things going on at once. And so I had the
Cool.
day job going on. I had the growing family. I took a class called Perspectives on the World Christian Movement.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's a life-changing class.
I bet.
It really does change your perspective on things.
Okay.
Anyway, you're challenged to that to create a project of how God's using you and how you can use your knowledge.
I love that.
Okay, so
Hmm.
that's how we got to Global Hues Market.
Okay.
So Global Hues Market was a project that is called a BAM, a business as mission. Have you ever heard of BAM before?
I have not.
No, most people haven't heard that term, but
Okay.
in the mission world, it's known. But basically, you take a for-profit company, but it still has a mission.
Okay.
You know,
I
so
see what you
not,
mean.
You're not a nonprofit.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I mean, even Pacha here in town,
Really?
you know,
I
they'd
love
be
them.
considered.
I've talked to
They'd
them,
be
yes.
considered a BAM, you know,
Yeah.
business as mission.
Yeah,
So
and they're awesome.
Yeah.
I love their, and it's so good to go
their
out there
stuff
where
is
they're
so
making
good.
this
Yeah,
stuff
I
too.
sell their products.
Yeah, it smells so good out
Their
there.
soap sells well.
I was out there earlier
Yeah.
and I said, "Have you thought about doing air fresheners?" And they said,
I know.
"It's
They
like
don't need
we
to."
should, yeah, because it smells really good in there."
I know. No, I've had people literally walk in the shop and buy soap just because it smells so good. They're like, I'm not
Gosh.
going to use it. I'm just
Yep.
going to, keep it in there.
No.
So yeah, so Global Hues, the goal was to import goods from around the world
Okay.
that were fighting slavery, trafficking,
Nice.
and
Very
extreme
good.
poverty.
Excellent.
Because a lot of places around the world, they're not paid a fair wage or there's slave labor.
Yeah.
And so Pacha was actually one of the first products that I sourced
Okay.
because they have local impact and global impact.
That's awesome. So how did you know how to do all this?
I had briefly worked for a company called Noonday Collection.
Okay.
They sell jewelry and bags made around the world, also ethically made.
Nice.
And so I was introduced to the industry then.
Okay.
And then that knowledge combined with my perspectives experience of also reaching people in a ministry capacity
Okay.
is where I kind of married those two things into Global Hues Market.
Very nice. So
Yeah.
what are you doing today in McCook, Nebraska?
Yeah. Okay. So Global Hues still exists.
It does. Okay.
Yep. It's
Okay.
7 years old now.
Okay.
But it has fizzled. COVID, took
Yeah.
a... 'cause-
COVID changed a lot of things.
I had a shop, but I had an online presence mostly, and I had customers in 50 states.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very much.
But that really fizzled after 21.
Yeah.
Almost came to a dead halt.
Yeah. It just,
Um,
that's too bad.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one. Retail.
No,
retail
it
is hard.
changed retail
Yeah.
a lot.
So that is still going.
Okay.
I still have all the relationships from the people around the world, which is awesome.
That is
Like
cool.
I chatted with the guy last week in India, texted a girl from Kenya.
So,
So
do you have a podcast?
not yet.
I was gonna say you would have the
It's on
wherewithal to get a lot of awesome.
it's on the docket for
Yeah,
26.
your
Hopefully, we'll
guests. You
see.
could have so many
I
really
could, yeah.
cool guests.
I already have. Yeah, the name would be Intended for Impact.
Yeah.
So I already have a framework going on.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't have it yet.
Very good. So do you have a physical store in still
Well,
in McCook?
No, I kind of turned that into my office.
You did, okay.
But I do have a physical spinoff. We have a place in McCook called the Rustic Market,
Okay.
where it's a lot of different little booth vendors.
Okay.
And so I moved my physical product over there.
Right there. Okay.
So technically, yeah, you can shop.
So is that on the main street?
It's
kind of
one off. It's
one
on
off.
West
Okay.
First. Yeah.
Okay.
It's technically called the Rustic Market on First.
I think I remember when we
But
were driving
still
around the other
bricks.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, still bricks
okay.
area.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Anyway, so I do have stuff there physically that you can still go buy.
Okay.
Lots and lots of jewelry. That's my best category.
So where do you, I mean,
coffee.
jewelry is from around the world, or do you
Yep.
make any of it?
I do not make it.
Okay.
I source it.
Okay.
So lots of India, Uganda. So like
Nice.
one of the cool things about Global Hues that I loved is, every area of the world has indigenous products.
Right.
And materials. Like in Ecuador, you're likely to get Kira seeds and Tagua seed jewelry.
Makes sense. Yeah.
In Uganda, they do bone and horn and paper. Lots
Makes
of paper.
sense. But they have the access
Yep.
to those.
India is fascinating.
I bet it is. I can't even
Because
imagine.
one of my favorite things to buy from India is, the women wear those colorful saris.
Oh, yes.
They make
Beautiful.
a lot of jewelry out of upcycled saris.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would be beautiful, too.
These I'm wearing it now came from India, but they're made out of beads.
Wow, they are beads, aren't they?
Yep. So that's a cool thing about, around the world. In Guatemala, they do amazing things with weaving, and it's
Okay.
all plant dyes.
So very nice that
The
way,
colors
too.
they get out of plant dyes are incredible.
Okay.
Plant-based and animal-based dyes.
So if people can people buy from you then?
Yes.
Or how do they?
Yeah, I
how
still
can
do
they?
have a website.
Okay.
It's Global Hues, Hues,
Okay.
market.com.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still selling my physical products there.
Okay.
And then
So do you have men's products too?
a little bit. I have a little bit of
Okay.
leather. Yeah.
A leather. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My men's that category was pretty small for me.
And I can
I
see
do
that
have
too.
a few like Moscow Mule mugs from India.
Oh, that would be
yeah.
awesome too.
Coffee's a good seller because it's organic.
Okay. Yeah, coffee's always
Yeah. And coffee is one of the worst for child labor around the world.
really.
Coffee and chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna change my whole.
Anything that involves picking, where like it's
Yeah, where they
tedious
have to
labor.
do that makes sense.
Yeah.
The labor
Just
there.
like
they have to-
diamonds, the jewel market is huge for slave labor. Brick making industry.
Wow, all the things I've never thought about.
We don't
Makes
think about
sense.
it.
Yeah.
We don't think about it here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So okay, you said when you came in that you do coaching too.
Yeah.
So-
So that's actually a spinoff of Global Hues.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it might feel disconnected, but it's not really.
Okay.
While I was, sourcing goods around the world from mostly women, men, but mostly women, because women are more
Mhm.
diminished than
Mhm.
they are in the U.S. But they're the talented artisans often,
Okay.
So I meet those women, and then I also meet my customers.
Right.
And the global theme there, global used
Sure.
differently,
Right.
is that women want to make a difference,
Yeah.
but women are busy and women are overwhelmed. And
I can understand that.
So the spinoff there is, how do I help women
Mm-hmm.
help other women?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get Ripple. I love
yes.
Ripple.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So I had my job with my family business ended 2 years ago.
okay.
And so that was kind of a turning point in my life of like, okay, what am I here for? What should I be doing? What's next?
Yes. Yes.
And so I went back to looking at Global Hues and my conversations there. But also that was a very hard time for retail again.
Yeah.
So,
oh yes.
so
yes.
that wasn't feasible to make that my main thing.
Yeah.
But I dove back into how did God make me? What skills and strengths do I have? All the collected data
Yes.
from all my jobs
Yes.
and my children. And, I had 5 kids by that point.
Keep you pretty busy.
Yeah. 5 kids keeps you busy. So I realized that I'm good at helping people problem solve. I'm good at seeing
And that's very good.
a pathway through a lot of noise.
Excellent. Because some people can't do that at all. They
Yeah,
just,
and especially when it's yourself,
true. Oh, yeah, very
you
much.
might be able to point it out on somebody
Yeah.
else, but we all need someone else to point it out
Yeah.
within us.
You do.
And so that spun into a branch of Global Hues called Intended for Impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. So what does that exactly mean?
Yes. So
So-
my niche is Christian women
Okay.
because it's faith-based coaching.
Okay.
So my main niche is helping Christian women recognize what I did, what I went through.
Oh, sure.
We literally walk through what are your strengths, skills, your spiritual gifts, and then also what are your weaknesses.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's good to know too.
I think
Yes.
it's really important to be able to know them and talk about them
Mm-hmm. That's
and
true.
to counteract them.
That is true. So,
You know, because God shines through our weakness. We have to show that vulnerability,
yes. Yes.
and it also makes you more human.
Yeah. Amen. Yes.
You know, you have to show that, like, so, like, for example, one of my weaknesses is procrastination.
Okay. I
Okay,
can understand that
so
one.
I name it. I don't hide from it.
Uh-huh.
I struggle with it, but how I counteract that is to set up accountability by setting dates for specific things to deliver to certain people.
Yeah. Date and time.
Because if
Yeah.
I promise a human something,
Yep.
I'm going to deliver on it.
True.
If I promise
True.
myself something,
Yeah, it's easier to.
I'm not going to deliver on it. You
procrastinate.
know,
Yeah.
or I might just, slug it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. I hear you on that too.
Yeah. So that's just an example of one of my, things I walk women through. It's very basic,
Yeah.
but it's also really empowering is a word that's kind of overused
It is.
right now.
It
But
is
it's
real.
empowering.
It is empowering. So because if you don't address that, then you get nothing done. You had the best of intentions.
Yeah. Well, and I think one thing too, I do private coaching and do live events, and I just
Okay.
had an event on Saturday, and a common theme there was that we feel like we're pouring from empty cups,
I can see that.
because we're pulled in many directions. Most
Yes.
women have to work.
Yes.
We're
Anymore,
raising
especially.
kids.
Yes.
We're cooking, we're doing all the things.
Yep.
And we still feel like God has a purpose for us, but
Yep.
we just get lost.
Yeah.
In all the
And I can understand that.
yeah.
Because the women kind of still have what traditional, roles, and
Yes,
it's like they also
yeah.
are expected to, bring
run
money into and raise the kids and everything else, and
Yeah.
and overwhelm. I would think we would be.
Overwhelm is a very common word. Yeah.
I
But
can't
the
even
empty
imagine.
part and the I'm alone. A lot of
Really?
women. Oh, yes, that was the probably the biggest message I received this Saturday was that
Wow.
the women feel alone. Like, I thought I was the only one who felt overwhelmed. I'm the only one who thought I was depleted, and they're
Wow.
not. They realize when they get in a room and start talking about it.
I love that, and I love that you're doing
They're not
events.
alone. Yeah.
So, how long was your event? Was it just a weekend or one day?
Well, right now it's Saturday, like
It's
a long
Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
I really talk about dreams.
Yeah.
One of my dreams that I'm going to put into play for 26
Yes.
is we're going to do a 2-day event where we actually go to a retreat.
Nice. Oh, really? That would
Yeah.
be cool.
We need more space. Women need more space to process,
Okay.
space and time.
Yeah.
Because I'm
understand
giving
that.
them these things, walking them through these tools, and I'm kind of like, bam, 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 let's go.
Yep.
So we can get it done and get back to our family.
Yeah.
So I really want to do a 2-day where they just have some time.
Yeah.
To
Take it at a more
reflect. Yeah.
or
Pray about it,
more-
reflect on it, just do some more self, reflection.
yeah, exactly. So where you have your event by McCook
Well, the ones I have had, yeah, I've hosted
Okay,
at our church,
okay.
our home church.
church? Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I'm scoping out venues
okay.
and they'll be tiny, they'll be intimate, they'll be,
Well, and that's good, I think.
yeah, because women,
Uh,
they did share. I had 30 this weekend and they all shared, which was awesome.
Very good.
I think I want to do that in a more intimate setting. Do
Yeah,
small
I can understand that. Break it into
Yeah.
because I probably do they feel intimidated to share with that big group?
No, and this really
Yeah.
surprised me. A few of them were doing kind of table talk, side
Sure.
talk.
Sure.
And I had some feedback of it'd be great to have little breakouts.
Okay.
But no, I was really impressed with how much they just wanted to share. I give them the freedom.
Excellent.
The only thing I asked them to say is we go around and introduce yourselves, kind of say why you're here.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I won't force anybody to talk after that. And so it was really organic, but there was a lot of conversation going on.
Excellent. So do
Yeah.
they mostly know why they're there, or they're lost? They don't have a reason why. They just know
Lost
they
is
need
a
something.
common,
Okay.
yeah. Some of it is I really just want to gather with women because I miss gathering with women.
Can understand that.
I heard that. That is something else that COVID killed.
Yeah,
COVID killed, and I hate to keep going back to that, but it's the truth.
it did.
It killed gathering. It killed even me. I'm what I call an extroverted introvert.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. Yes.
I can totally be on and talk to lots of people,
Yep.
but I love being alone also.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That really brought out that introverted side of me too.
Okay.
And I realized I
Interesting.
didn't mind just being home or just not talking.
No,
You know?
sometimes I love days where I just I don't have to, but otherwise I thrive on.
Yeah.
I do. I
I can
understand
do
100%.
both, right?
Yes.
You can do both.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, that was we need to get out more. We need to commune. We need to relate on a real level, not on a fake level. Because at church we gather, or in the grocery store we gather and say
Yep.
hi.
Yep.
But we don't say, "Here's my weakness."
No,
or
it's
here's
very
what I'm
just,
struggling
it's
with,
just
or
very in passing.
surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, very surface.
Yeah. No, I mean, that is
Yeah.
so, I mean, and I think as a country, after
Yeah.
COVID, we need, because connection, there's not a lot of connection. I mean,
Yeah.
I think maybe in Nebraska we have more than other places.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So,
But we have like fake connection, right? Online.
yes, we do.
Because like I'm
You
very,
truly
very
don't know
guilty
somebody.
of being
Yep.
online.
Yep. Me too.
But yeah, we've built that tech connection, but not the in-person.
Yeah,
real
it's kind of
transparent
safe
piece.
because they're on the other side of the screen and you
Mhm.
really don't have that connection. You maybe kind of know them, but
Yeah.
but no, especially with young kids, I see so many kids that don't have any connections.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've talked about on this podcast how many preteens with suicide because they don't think they have
Yes.
any connection. Oh, well, they can have the connection with their phones.
Mhm.
And
Well, that's
and-
in adults too. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
teens, but
yeah.
adults.
yeah, I just
And again, I think part of that is they're isolated because they think they're the only ones struggling.
Yes. And that's another reason why I want people to,
Yeah.
with the podcast, whatever I do, it's like, show your weaknesses, show what you've been through.
Yeah.
Like my wife with her cancer. I mean, it's just like she's still here and it was advanced. She
Yeah.
only had a 14% chance of
Wow.
living. And just show that other people are going through all
Mhm.
that too.
Yeah.
So
It's crucial.
it is.
That's why I say God didn't put us here as individuals.
No.
He put us here to work together.
Yes.
And to have different strengths that we bounce off of each other.
Okay.
And that we tap into.
Yes. So, okay. God, I talk to God daily.
Yes.
So he
Yeah.
directs me. In fact, he even dresses me some days. He's like, you need to put this on and all this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Mhm.
And so have you always known God or is this?
Yeah. So I grew up in a Christian home most of my life. My
Okay.
parents were saved when
Okay.
I was 4.
Okay.
But I accepted Christ when I was 10.
10. Okay.
And then I would
Okay.
say I really like going to college
Mm.
can be really great spiritually for you or really hard. It was
Uh-huh.
great for me spiritually.
Okay. Okay.
I got involved with Campus Crusade, now called
Nice.
Crew.
Oh, is that what it's called now?
It's called
okay.
Crew now,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And that was huge because that was, again, a point of connection.
Yeah.
That would have been in 01 when I went to Lincoln.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But yeah, the connection piece, we're all figuring this out together.
We are. Yep.
And then having your little group of people
Yep.
at UNL,
Yes.
which is
yes.
big.
Yes.
For Nebraska, it's big.
It is. Yeah.
For some people, it's not big, but
Yeah.
for Nebraska, it's
It is
big.
pretty good size.
That was great for me. That was one turning point spiritually. Another one would have been in 2018 when I
Mhm.
took that course, Perspectives.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That was, again, it globally opened me up.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
just to put that in a nutshell, it tells you about how the Bible is one connected story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not little tiny stories. It's one giant story that
Yep.
God's weaving and you're part of it.
Yeah.
And then what is your role?
Yes.
And so that was another like huge pivotal point for me.
Yep.
Spiritually.
No, God's awesome. And
Yeah.
he's honoring and he works in mysterious ways.
Yes.
He's been definitely working for, he's told me, he said, I want you on the world stage for speaking and using your voice.
Yeah.
Because people have said, well, we can put you on the stage. And he's like, no, I want you on the world stage. I assume this is
Podcast.
it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he had a lady that was a guest from England. And I didn't know this aspect until we got into the podcast. That she helps people get ready to be using their voice to be on stage
Okay,
and stuff. But mainly women. But she's like, I do, men also,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
and she's like, we could get you ready for your first 50,000, TV.
Wow.
And I said, you would have to get me ready because I would probably pass out
Yeah.
if I wasn't.
The introvert piece is going to come
Yeah,
out there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so that's why you didn't let me know that until we got into the
Mhm.
podcast.
Yeah.
And no, it's awesome. It's comforting too.
Yeah.
It's just
So you choose a podcast instead of like live events.
yeah.
Which is very accessible. to
And
people.
he just keeps on, and then he's been working, wanting to write a book. And
Okay. Yeah.
well, he tells me I am writing at least one book.
Yeah.
And maybe I told you this when we talked this summer that a year ago, the humanities had a writing class at the library.
Yes, you did tell me that. Yeah.
in Kearney, and it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, he's
Yeah. If we slow down and listen,
yes,
we'll get some direction.
So do you meditate?
Okay. So meditate. So I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, right?
Okay,
Right?
yeah,
And my parents were hyper vigilant that we didn't become new age.
yeah,
Right?
yep,
So, okay. So meditate, I'll tell you that word initially is kind of like, ugh. Okay.
yeah,
Because I'm very careful about the spiritual realm
mhm,
and I don't know what I don't know,
yeah,
but I know enough to know that I need to be cautious.
yeah,
That said, I believe there's obviously a meditation
Yep.
on scripture.
Yep.
So one of the tools that I teach, and I'm still practicing myself, is an ancient tool called Lectio Divina.
I've never heard of that.
Okay, most of us have not. I need to be more informed on it. I can't remember right now, but it's an ancient tool that a lot of monks use, and more Catholics will be
Interesting.
familiar with it than Protestants.
Really? Okay.
Um,
Wow.
I'm a Protestant, but I do teach any denomination. Let's just say that. So I've
Okay.
had some Catholics in my classes who are familiar with this.
Sure.
Most of my Protestant friends are not. So basically, it just walks you through any scripture you pick 1 to 5 verses. You take a little short snapshot of scripture, and it walks you through 4 steps. And so it's a guided meditation.
I love that.
Just between you and the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
And you read, you write, you pray, you just sit.
That is cool.
It's fascinating. You need to do it. I have a worksheet. I'll send it to you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Walks you through it.
So I wouldn't even know how to spell that. I look that up.
Lectio, Lectio.
Okay.
Divina.
Okay.
Divina stands for divine reading.
Just kind of like I would think it would.
Yes,
Okay.
But that is something that I'm trying to implement more. It's for people like me who don't sit still well.
Okay.
It's tough. It's like you can do it in like 5-minute increments. So it only takes 20 minutes.
Okay.
But you're sitting in silence a lot.
Wow.
And so you could start with like just 2 minutes per section.
Yeah, build
or
up
3 minutes.
yeah,
build up your tolerance.
Yeah, exactly. Really.
It's a practice.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and so that's something that I got introduced to that by a missionary friend, 7 years ago.
Okay.
Or so. And then it's fun to introduce it to people because it's kind of so basic, but it's so mind-blowing.
I love it.
So meditating, it's a growing skill. Let's say that.
Yeah. And I think God crossed our paths. Probably maybe didn't inform you of that because I never heard of that.
Yeah.
I never know what he's always got a reason to cross people's paths.
Yep. It's cool.
And I just smile and it's like, that's why you wanted me to do that.
Yeah.
Very much.
I know. Yeah. Well, that's what's cool about teaching too, is like you want to make yourself better when you're teaching.
Yes.
So I'm teaching other people, but I'm also teaching myself.
Yeah.
And I want to hold myself accountable when I'm teaching other women to hold themselves accountable.
Yes.
So God's pointing out my flaws.
He has a good way of doing that.
Yeah.
He can be very subtle and otherwise sometimes not so subtle. But no, it is so awesome.
That was a long answer to your meditation
That's
question.
awesome though. I think that's very cool. I learned something there too, and that's always good. So so where do you see what you're doing like in a few years?
Yeah.
Where would you like to see it?
I'm working on goal setting because I'm kind of a fly by the seat of your pants type person.
Okay.
And I do that fairly well.
Okay.
But I'm trying to become partial planner too. So
nice.
So the other part that's actually been, I've been doing and I call it Intended for Impact program.
Okay.
For women for the last 2.5 years. Well, no, 2 years roughly. Back up to 2018.
Okay.
I helped facilitate a missionary care retreat. Let me say that again. A missionary care retreat.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. We offered, it was from our church. We sponsored people that we support.
Okay.
And we gathered them in a safe country because they're global missionaries. Okay. So we gathered them in a safe country and we surveyed them to see what their needs were, rather than saying, we think we know what you need.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of surveys.
Yeah.
I ask the people what they need.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so they said, well, we need sound biblical teaching. We need therapy. We need mission.
Really?
Yeah, because mission field trauma is a thing we don't think about. For a
Not at
variety
all.
of reasons. They experience, abuse. They experience family trauma like anybody else. They experience isolation.
Wow.
Just a variety of things
Sure,
that you don't think about. And they needed mission teaching.
Okay.
And then just like care for their kids.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with this, but our kids are even more isolated. So we help our kids.
Makes sense.
So anyway, we built a team around those needs.
Okay.
And took a team to them and spent time in
Nice.
another country for about a week.
Okay.
Just caring for them and giving them tools that they had basically asked for. So that was another part of my life that was just incredible. And
Yeah. I could see
and
that.
so my point of bringing that up is I realized that what I'm teaching women really kind of models what we did for those missionaries.
Okay.
In a certain way of reflection and renewal and
Sure.
refreshing.
Okay.
And so I really feel called to help small ministry teams or mission teams
Very cool.
walk through that together. Like
Excellent.
a way to look at it would be everybody usually does an annual goal setting meeting, right? Vision
Sure.
and strategy, goal setting.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would love to facilitate that for them.
Okay.
Add a few extra tools in,
Okay.
some fun tools. I'll debut a new tool here. I'm calling it Solve It Like Paul.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm about interaction and not just sitting and getting talked to.
I
Right?
100% agree on that one. Yeah.
Let's interact and
Yes.
assuming the team has some friction. Okay.
Sure.
No team has friction, but
Yeah.
let's assume they have friction.
Yep.
And so we have, let's see, a type A, type B person, and I'll put them together and I'll say, now you're going to solve it like the other guy.
That's a cool exercise.
You're going to write it down. You're going to solve it. Get in their head as much as you can.
I love
So
that.
if one person's a really on the fly, off the cuff.
Yeah.
And one's a spreadsheet planner.
You're definitely going to learn what the other
But
person is.
I want them to get, and so the outcome of that would be grace
Yeah, very much.
Understanding.
Yeah.
Hopefully some fun, right?
Yeah,
Laughter.
exactly.
I'm making fun of you. You're making fun of me. But I'm a big one for sarcasm and laughter.
I think it's great. I
And
think it's
so like
excellent.
in shared memories. So anyway, so that's something I'm calling it Reignite.
Okay.
And that's something I'm launching in 26.
Oh, wow.
So for, again, small ministry teams or small mission teams
that
don't really have a big machine behind them offering those resources.
Okay.
That's another place I want to be used.
Excellent. I mean, you've got a lot of
ideas
in the fire. I mean, which is good. That's very good.
I do. But you said that. So I have a tool that I teach that I'm also implementing myself.
Okay.
I call it the cut list.
The cut list.
The cut list.
Oh, okay. That makes
so you write down everything you're involved in.
Okay.
You categorize it. Am I doing this out of joy, fear, obligation?
That's great.
Yeah, because we do a lot of things in necessity, right? Like I've had women say, I'd love to cut this out of my life, but I can't.
Yeah.
A caretaker's a big example.
Yeah.
My dad's sick. I have to take care of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't cut everything.
True.
You walk through, like I said, is this income generating or not? Like what's my motivation for doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you prayerfully go through, I'm cutting it, I'm keeping it, or I'm going to reconsider. Like I'm going to spend some more time.
I like that.
Yeah. And so that's a tool that you can do on your own, or I can walk you through it too.
Yeah, I mean, that is...
But we all need to cut something.
So powerful.
Because...
We do, yes.
If you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
Yeah, that is true.
And I'm so guilty of that. Like, very guilty of that. But...
I'm better than I used to be, because I used to say yes to everything.
Me too.
And it's just like... Better. It's like... And I'm to the point where... Am I really doing this? Is really what would I do this, if I didn't,
Yeah.
I feel obligation to that or something like that.
The obligation piece. So that was I kind of threw that out this weekend to these women on the fly. I didn't have a plan slide for it. And that was one of the bigger takeaways on the feedback form.
Really?
Was I really love thinking about it in that joy and obligation mindset.
Oh, that's excellent. No.
So that's a tool that I'm developing. Sorry, it's in use, but I'm adding to it. Yeah.
Does your husband help you with this?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay. I didn't know. I knew
No, yeah. Well, you met him.
Too. Yeah.
He's an introvert. He's an actual introvert.
Really?
He probably didn't say very many words that day, right?
I just because he didn't know me.
Yeah. So, But no, so he provides most of the income for our family.
Okay. Which is nice too. That's great.
Yes. He's an architect.
Okay.
So that's his job.
Good.
Yeah. So he keeps very busy with his job.
Okay.
And then he just lets me kind of run around and do my thing.
That's a win-win. You put that fits together. Yeah. Great. Yeah. So I always ask on the Dreamcatcher podcast, when you were growing up, what were the dreams?
That's so funny. Because I am a visionary.
Okay.
I am someone who thinks forward, not back.
Okay.
Perfect. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. Yes.
Which has its pros and cons, of course, too, because I just trudge forward. Okay. When I was young, I was a people pleaser for sure.
Okay. Really? You were?
I was.
I would have never guessed that.
No, I was. I'm trying to think. I didn't have big dreams.
Really?
I did not. No.
Wow.
I mean, I had the little micro dreams.
Sure.
I'm going to be an astronaut was one for a couple of years.
That's awesome.
Actually, I take that back. I wouldn't call it a dream so much as I feel dreams now.
Sure.
But one of my dreams was to be a doctor.
That's excellent. I love that.
I skipped that part. That was actually my first major in college.
Oh, it was pre-med. So you really were going to go into that.
Really was.
Okay.
And so I was focused on that through at least junior high. I remember junior high school. I was hyper focused on getting all the science I could.
Sure.
I got a shadow at the hospital a little bit, And again, I don't call that a waste.
Oh, no.
Because I have a lot of knowledge and experience that I learned through that, too.
Yeah.
But dreams, I didn't have a lot of big dreams, or I've forgotten them already.
Well, and I can understand that too, because I mean,
and having a family was a broad dream, which has come true for me.
Yeah, and I think that's great because why I started this podcast, because so many dreams don't come true. Yeah. People, life happens, something happens, and they they do the responsible thing, and then they get to the end of their life, and it's like with regret.
Right.
And
I'm making up for it now. Let's say that.
That's good.
I've got lots of dreams now.
You're an action taker, and I think that's excellent because
Sorry, let me cut you off.
No, that's fine.
That's another thing that I tell your listeners to give them permission. Okay. But a lot of coaching is giving permission.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
Okay, so basically, it's not rocket science to coach people. I mean, I do believe God wired me to be a good coach.
Sure.
I can listen and respond pretty rapidly.
Okay.
And but all that to say that you said I'm an action taker.
Yeah.
I am, but I also am not.
Really?
And so it's something I'm learning.
Okay.
And one of those things is perfectionism. Like,
I know how that one.
So many women are people pleasers and perfectionists. Many of us struggle with that. And men too, of course, but women are my niche. So I'm talking about women. We need good men. I'm not a feminist. Women are my niche. And so one of the concepts that, this is not my own, I learned it from some other business coach somewhere. Is B- work is better than A+ work that never gets done.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. Yes.
And I'll say that again, because if we get something out that is not up to our standards, maybe not completely done, but it's out there. That's why B- is better than A+.
Yes.
And so that's what I'm trying to live by.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling myself, okay, get the website out there, publish it. You can fix it later.
Yes.
You know, or I had a really funny example from this weekend. I made these impact keychains. I mean, I had them laser cut and then I painted them.
Cool.
So it would stand out.
Sure.
And they were just a train wreck. Like I had I had multiple paint pens explode on me.
Oh, wow.
Like everything that could go wrong went wrong. And it was not a big deal. At the very end, I was like, I'm just going to scrap these. And I decided to go take them to my dad's. He has every tool in the world. And he has sanders and buffers and grinders. And so I'm like, I'm going to get this paint off of here, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
The more I buffed, the worse they got. I should have brought one today to show you. I mean, like some looked like they were run over. Anyway, and
they
so
had personality.
They did, but God, while I was sitting there buffing them all, God was like, it's imperfect, but it's still impact.
It is.
You know, and like I had I received a little sermon right there by myself.
Yes, and that would be when he'd do it.
And so I took it, so I just kept buffing and buffing, and some are almost great, and some are really, really bad. And so I took them to the women Saturday, and I used it as an example. And I used that, you know, B- over A+ work as an example that most of them identified with. And I said, and if you want a really, really, really ugly keychain, you feel like your life's really a wreck, I have some special ones for you. And I had, you know, takers on it, you know? So yeah, all that to say, I fight it just like everybody else. Like not good enough, not, you know, not good enough, not smart enough, not whatever. But another quote that I picked up from another coach at some point is, we don't know who or what is on the other side of our obedience.
True. Very true. Yes.
You know, and so like if you never started your podcast, you don't know who you would not have reached.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, or who you wouldn't have connected with, or what you've learned. That's every single human can go by that rule.
Very true. Yes.
But that I find really powerful.
I do too. And I think of that, especially as I've gotten in, this is the 4th year, now the people I wouldn't have met, and I wouldn't probably maybe not even be talking to you.
Right, yeah. Yeah, because you were in town.
Yeah.
Because of your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, and a positive ripple, and you never know what impact you're having on something that you think is almost trivial. Right. It's just like that might be exactly what you're in the path of them, you know.
Yeah. There aren't any coincidences.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I always think it's like I was saying, when God crosses paths, it's like, now I think, okay, what am I supposed to learn here? What do you want me to do with this?
I've asked God that a lot this year. Okay, what am I not learning that you're trying to teach me?
What am I? And a lot of times it's like, well, if you didn't get it, we'll just do this and keep it good until you get it.
Well, in parenting, do you have kids? Okay. So as a parent, I feel like I see God so much when I'm criticizing my own kids.
Really? Okay.
Like, why can't you do that? Or I've told you 85 times not to do that. And God's like, well, I've told you 85 times too.
Yep. And he'll do that.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure he tells non-parents in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
No, but he has a way of, whatever.
But as a parent, I hear God say that a lot to me. Like, as I'm irritated with my kids. He's like, well, I feel the same way about you.
Yeah, I'm sure he gets frustrated. It's like, so we'll try a different way here.
Yeah.
So, no, he just, it is cool. So it is so cool. So what is something that you're not doing that you would like to do?
Well, the podcast.
Okay, you can do that. Okay.
I have not started.
Okay.
Because when I do get an idea and run with it, I don't want to just like charge ahead and like flounder.
Yeah,
you know
I can understand that.
I want to do it well, and I want to do it consistently. So that's part of me being mature and trying to hold back a little bit.
Sure, I can understand that.
That's that. I want to travel more and teach more.
Travel, the best education there is.
I know.
Me too.
We talked about that.
Yes, we did.
We did get to go with our kids to Europe this summer. That was amazing. There's so much you can learn.
Oh, definitely.
You know, outside of yourselves, outside of Nebraska, outside of, you know, wherever.
Well, and you have these preconceived notions of what it's going to be like, and it's like, wow, this isn't anything like I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
so,
you learn that it's the same and different.
Yeah. Yeah, when I've been doing the podcast, people in general are people, you know, whether Africa or wherever I've done the podcast. they all want to count. They all want to make a difference. You know, like even if they say they don't
want to be seen,
they want to be definitely seen. And haven't done one from India. Yeah, I mean, I've done pretty much. I've done one.
India would be yeah.
I think
you went to Europe too, right?
We went to Italy.
Yeah.
So, and I loved Italy. Yeah. I didn't want to come back.
I know, it's a nice place.
Oh, it is. Yeah, and those people were so awesome. I mean, and slower pace too. At least
it is.
Well, unless they're driving.
I know European drivers are crazy. Did you see any Italians out yelling at each other on the side of the road? Yes.
No, it's just like, okay, we're taking the trains.
Yeah.
So do you have any trips coming up?
No, I don't. No, that was a big one last summer. Although I feel like my trips tend to come up on the fly. Yeah. Shocker.
I can understand that too.
Yeah, most of my trips typically involve a mission trip of some kind.
Makes sense.
But I'm hoping to add some work trips.
That'd be a win-win.
I would love to do some more ministry work for ministries, and just expand my reach.
There you go. Yeah. So do you speak in front of people in audiences? I mean, like, if people like, would you ever do a TEDx or something like that?
Yeah. I can talk.
Okay. But does that intimidate you to talk?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay.
No. Yeah. So, again, back to what my scraps are, right? I did a lot of speaking in front of groups in my day job.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, lots and lots of presentations to groups of people.
That's very good then.
And then I also teach now in this Perspectives course. Mm-hmm. I'm a teacher in that circuit.
Okay.
So I teach a couple times a year in Perspectives. Cool. And so I've really, I don't want to say I've perfected it. I'm honing that skill.
Sure. Yeah.
But again, I think God made me to be pretty adaptable and to read people. Mm-hmm. And so I do kind of enjoy that.
Yeah. Get the energy back
live
from them.
Speaking, yes. Yeah. And kind of watch body language and, okay, that didn't hit. Let's try something else.
Yeah.
Which again, I was an extreme introvert as a kid. And my own children don't even believe it. But
I don't know if I do either. But how did you become, introvert to who you are today?
Yeah. So to give you an example, I was scared of my own grandma.
Oh, wow. That's rad.
I'm not kidding. She's great now. Yeah, I'm not scared of her anymore. But I was that introverted. And I was terrified of, when people would present and they'd call kids up on stage.
Oh, yeah.
I was petrified that they would call on me. So that's really how I was. I got involved in music young.
Okay.
And so I had to be in front of people.
Okay, so that was
piano playing and singing.
Okay.
And I did both through my whole junior high school career. But I started that when I was 6. And so I say that really helped stretch me.
And I could see that.
I mean, when you have to be in front of people, or you choose or whatever,
Sure, yeah, I know what you mean.
Some was parent taught, some was teachers, whatever. But then in college, in the College of Architecture, you do a lot of presenting of your
Sure, yeah, right,
and you get a lot of critique, and it's not kind.
No, yeah, I'm
and
sure
so you learn there kind of how to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And so part of that helped me hone some of those skills too.
That is really good.
And then I started teaching Perspectives, fast forward more years.
Okay.
And I really started to enjoy that when I'm passionate about the topic.
Okay, I understand that.
And when I feel confident.
Yes.
If you ask me to talk on, radioactivity or whatever,
I understand that, yes.
I wouldn't feel confident and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
So I think that's the part is when you feel confident and passionate and called to it.
Yeah.
Then I'm okay.
I think I understand what you're saying. I mean, I collect vintage Christmas, and then one time I had these people that were at the church. They wanted me to speak 20 minutes on it.
Yeah,
and I brought some examples of because I go back to 1800s.
Yeah,
and I ended up doing an hour and a half, and it seemed like just minutes
because you loved it.
Yeah, and it's like okay, so that worked all right, and I wasn't intimidated by it at all, but it still intimidates me greatly.
I think that's the number one fear of public speaking.
I can understand that,
which I get, but I'm still surprised by that. I feel like more like actual like life-threatening things.
You would think, yes, you would definitely think.
Public speaking is. So I'm grateful that I'm not scared of it, I guess.
Yeah, and that is good. Well, just like doing this, I record rather than being live. And live, I do lives on Facebook and stuff like that, but they still intimidate me a little bit.
Yeah. See, I'm the other way. I'm
really?
I'd rather do live, get it out there, and don't look at it again.
That's the way to do it.
Whatever happens, happened.
Because if I look at it, it's like, well, I could have done this better. I would have just critiqued it.
Yeah, you'll ruminate on it and
Yeah. So are you on social media quite a bit?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I struggle with consistency.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of things going on.
I do have a lot of things going on. So yeah. So Global Hues Market is on Facebook and Instagram.
It is. Okay.
And I post my intended for impact stuff there too.
Okay, excellent.
But for the coaching, I have, I don't know if I said it yet, I have a website. It's intendedforimpact.com.
Okay.
And so that's where if you just want my coaching stuff and live events.
That's where they can get a hold of you right there.
And sign up for a newsletter.
Okay, you have a
for
newsletter
encouragement, that kind of thing, yeah.
I'm going to check that out. Is it for guys too?
Yes, I have a few guys. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so if you look at my two kind of my avatars, right? You know that terminology?
I do.
Yeah. So obviously busy Christian women are one of my avatars.
Okay.
The other one would be more ministry teams, which obviously includes men.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I still think anybody could benefit from a little encouragement.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
but if I say a woman like you.
Yeah.
Don't,
I know.
Don't
don't be offended by
yeah. My male followers are very tiny. Yeah.
Well, and because that is your focus there.
Yeah, it's my niche. Yeah.
So, do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't.
Would you ever want a YouTube channel?
I don't know. Again, I'm trying to not spread myself too thin. Yeah. Never say never.
No, and I understand that. And you do have a lot of things going on.
It's not on the horizon for right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you never know. Especially if I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Then that naturally flows.
Yeah, podcasting.
Into YouTube more.
So do you know how often you want to do the podcast? Would you do it weekly or monthly?
I would love to launch one weekly. I mean, to like release weekly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm still framing that one out. But I want to do a little bit of, I want to do both interviews, right?
Okay.
Interviews of real people, stories of impact, I call it.
Yes.
Right. And I also want to do encouragement.
Excellent. I love that.
So we'll see.
Could I be a guest sometime?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we talk about dreams some more, right?
Yeah. I would be honored to be a guest on your podcast and you get that going. So Laura, anything else before we end the podcast that you would like to share with the audience?
Gosh. You all have value. You all have a purpose.
Amen.
Yes. And everybody has an empty cup right now.
They do. I think so too.
And don't forget to gather. I think I'm hearing that and seeing that, and that is not just women.
No,
and that's not just Americans. That's we need to gather and talk more and be transparent.
We do, and I think that's why coffee shops are so popular because people do gather.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's an easy way to gather. Like not in your home or whatever. I mean, homes are important too.
Yeah.
It's a low barrier to entry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've even been to some churches. One was in California where they had coffee shops at the church.
Yes, I know. That's
and it's
cool,
like, okay, this is really awesome.
Our church recently pivoted. We had coffee kind of tucked back. We've moved it to the front door.
I think that's
and put tables there.
That's very good.
Same idea for people to sit there and chat and just catch up and
I think that is. I think that's excellent. I love that. I love that trend. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it is. So
whether you drink coffee or not.
Yeah. It doesn't. You could have hot water or tea or whatever. That's for sure. So well, Laura, thank you for coming from a cook to be on the podcast, and I look forward to following your journey. And seeing your journey's gone quite a ways, but your journey somebody's got a lot.
Hopefully I have a lot of time left.
Well, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, none of us know that.
We don't know, no.
Yeah. But you're just getting started. I can tell.
I feel like it. Yeah, I feel like I'm
very much on that. So, but I will let you go there. And thanks again. And
thanks for having me.
Yep. Thank you. So, and we'll be talking later.
All right.